You can check out more at circusofthemind.net. But here's some things that seem to back up the assertion I'd made that I believe my drinks were spiked, more than likely drugged with a GHB style date rape drug to make me more compliant, and that this is something that, having done some research over the past few years, I've discovered was mentioned by loads of people. Now, you can see my grounds of appeal on circusofthemind.net. And also on circusofthemind.net, you'll see the video regarding non-disclosure by the CPS and the video regarding the errors with paperwork, the chain of evidence being ridiculous, and the full story behind what went on and what not. Anyway, you'll see in my grounds of appeal, one of the things is that in particular, it is said that Mahmood surreptitiously administered date rape type drugs to his targets in order to inebriate them and render them more susceptible to manipulation. There's other things on there that he messed with evidence, edited it, loads of other things, but we're just talking about the drugs here. And as you can see, there's various other things. Clearly pointing out here that on the 2nd of April, the 3 £1 coins I gave were genuine from my pocket, and the ones on the 9th of April were from a place told to get them from by Mahmood's associates, and they provided the money. You can see that on screen at circusofthemind.net. So, here, as you can see, is the witness statement of Stephen Grayson, 17th of May 2021, in support of my appeal. You can see Stephen Grayson talking about his time working with Mahmood in the BBC Panorama documentary Fake Sheikh Exposed, which again can be seen on circusofthemind.net. This is the bit to look at. I'll leave you to read it. Spiking of drinks. I've been asked what I know about the spiking of drinks. Mazher boasted that he knew a pharmacist who could provide him with a GHB-like drug and that he used it in his social life to seduce, if that is the right word, young women. On occasion, I acted as Mazzy's butler, and I noticed how quickly the girls became disinhibited even after a small amount of drinks. I recall one incident when I strongly suspected that a spiked drink was used in a news of the world sting. This incident took place in a suite at the Savoy. There was a man and a woman. The man was turning over the woman, i.e. he was working with us and betraying the woman, stitching her up. I recall it was something to do with a plan to rob a betting shop, but I am not certain. The woman was not being very forthcoming, and Mazher offered her a drink. Unusually, instead of getting a flunky to serve the drinks, he made it himself and brought it over. Within 15 to 20 minutes, the woman said that she was feeling woozy but was much more talkative. She was later sick in the bathroom. It seemed to me at the time that he had spiked her drink. This is someone who worked with Mahmood closely at one time, now giving me a statement to say that he'd witnessed it occur and that Mahmood bragged about it as well. As you can see, Talisa was left hyper-drunk after a meeting with undercover reporter the Fake Sheikh. This is the case that collapsed in 2014. Obviously, the Fake Sheikh denied spiking Talisa's drink, but her barrister, Jeremy Dine, did make that assertion in court. As you can see, the reporter denied spiking her drinks, but isn't it odd? As you can see, Jeremy Dine said, "You and Nish spiked her drink, didn't you?" The witness firmly responded, "That being Mahmood, that's absolutely outrageous." Mr. Dine continued to spike her drinks to get her to incriminate herself. Former X Factor judge Talisa broke her quote out. You can see down here it says, when you look, that Southwark Crown Court heard that Mahmood spiked her drink. That was in 2014, the case that collapsed and ultimately led to Mahmood being jailed for conspiracy to pervert the course of justice. This is, you can find the links to this on circusofthemind.net, and everything you're seeing is on circusofthemind.net, and there's a bit that says, see my past 24 years of research. You go and click on that link and you will get the links to these various newspaper articles and web archives and stuff. And this one, regarding a Dr. Manohar Ranwani, took place in January 1998, okay, the sting, which was before my alleged offence in March 98. And in this, he said he must have been given a drug as he could not recall any discussions. This is a doctor saying he believes he was drugged. He couldn't. This is before my case. So if the drugs were being used as the assertion was made then, it makes sense that they could have also been used on my case, which is backed up by the fact that, you know, he bragged about being able to get such to Steve Grayson. Steve Grayson witnessed such occurring on at least one occasion. You can see this article as I'm said, but I think I must have taken something that blocked my memory. I can only come to the conclusion that I was given some drugs, and this is a doctor saying that. And you can look at that again, as I say, on circusofthemind.net. Also, the Newcastle directors Hall and Shepherd suspected that the team spiked their drinks in order to elicit their indiscretions. An article there, Sunday 9th of May 99. You can find the links on circusofthemind.net by following the link to my 24 years of research to that article where they say they believe that their drinks, when that failed, they suspect Mahmood or else a member of his team spiked their drinks in order to elicit their indiscretions. In that article, John Higgins, who rarely drinks, was suspicious of drinks provided to him in 2010. And in the article by Roy Greenslade, you can see that 2 directors of Newcastle United Club were back to them again, believed the drinks were spiked, and John Higgins, who rarely drinks, was suspicious of drinks provided to him in 2010. The Earl of Ardwick believed his champagne was spiked with a date rape type drug, and that was mentioned, as you can see there, applied with champagne, possibly spiked with the date rape drug Rofinol or similar. Mr. Jones said the paper had been accused in the past of drugging the drinks of others it had targeted, and added there were a number of indications suggesting the same tactic had been used on this occasion. Lawrence Delagio, News of the World, denied spiking his drinks, as they would do, but that was May 1999 when they denied that. It happened before then, so this is all around, not long after my case, and we've had one that predates my case, so, it seems to point to that it was his modus operandi, and that would have also taken place with me. And as you can see, he believes that his drinks were drugged. John Alford, that article. All of these can be accessed by going to circusofthemind.net and clicking on where it says see my past 24 years of research. And mine was, it says here in almost every detail, the subterfuge involved mirrors what happened in the Talisa trial case. Same with mine, so it does, as you'll see when you look at all the evidence at circusofthemind.net. As you can see, drinks. Like so many other of Mahmood's victims believed they were spiked. He was asked if he could. Again, I've not yet had the chance to fully, have the evidence, including the statement from Steve Grayson, who used to work with Mahmood, fully heard at the Royal Courts of Justice, because unfortunately in January 2022 they did not give me permission to appeal out of time or to vary my grounds. Hopefully now that it's gone to the Criminal Cases Review Commission, as you can see at circusofthemind.net, they will send it back, and then these things can be looked at. The fact that I was drugged, the fact that we've now got receipt proving that unlawful information gathering, phone hacking took place. In fact, I've got statements galore showing his modus operandi of editing tapes, manipulating evidence, lying, entrapment, intimidation and threats behind the scenes, and all the other things that happened to me as detailed at circusofthemind.net.